We hungry? What you mean we hungry? What that mean though? Well, today you're gonna learn that the morning session's probably gonna suck. It's the first lesson. Good boys. Good Juke. Good Leo. Bias. It's not easy. Not easy. Previous stage low is in play today. I probably wouldn't have any other targets for the day. I'm gonna check out the dollar. They added Trump to the docket table. I'm not sure if it is. The issue with today is tomorrow's non-farm payroll, and we have FOMC in the minutes in the afternoon. This morning session's probably gonna suck. It's probably gonna suck. I do have my funded accounts open. Um, yeah, trade copy is good. It was just an outage from just an outage. I don't have any evals. I should probably buy an eval. Previous day's low, open. Midnight opening price down here. So I'm expecting a daily reversal, but I definitely think today's gonna be tough. Are you trading before FOMC? Not on my live account. I do have my fundeds open, but I'm gonna be really cautious. Go Gatie on Alpha Futures. Yeah. If you guys use my code, let me know. I'll add you into a giveaway. And if you use my take profit code, we'll be running cash prize giveaways in the Discord. Last time we did poker. We can do poker again, or we can try something else. FOMC minutes is at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Do you trade eval the same as your other accounts? Like sometimes I'll trade my funded and then just copy trade an eval if that's what you mean. I heard Top Step I removed. I don't know why everyone's hating on the activation fees. Me personally, I would rather cheap evals with activation fees than more expensive evals. Because I've been wanting to like just get rid of those evals in one day. Think PM will be better than AM? Honestly, really hard to say. I actually don't know because we never have NFP on Thursday. It kind of changes everything. Why is your chart different from mine? I don't know. Mine's on the 15-minute chart. Mm. You think we could be bearish at 5? I think it's I would only look for shorts personally, if that's what you're asking. We ready. We ready. We ready for ya. Do you know if the red flow today happening? Yes, I think it's happening. Yo, who here lives in Detroit? I'm in Detroit. I'm gonna come to Detroit in March, though. Yeah, I want to see previous days low. It's not as bad as it looks. I'm gonna come watch the basketball game, but then I'll stay an extra day. The hotels were not that cheap, yo. I'm gonna be honest. It's like I guess there's like not that much hype. I love the Detroit basketball team, man. It's my favorite team, bro. And I'm not even from Detroit. Any updates with the prop firm thing? Skipped attention. What prop firm thing? I do know one update. I gotta activate my take profit account. 4 hour hasn't confirmed. This is bearish. I'm gonna be looking for shorts. Does it mean it's more likely to go down? No. Seems pretty 50-50 to me. Yeah, I saw that from the next email. All that told me is that they're broke. I know Scott, they're broke. I don't think Funda Next is profitable. I think their accounts were too easy. Uh, Yo, Legacy, it's Rapid is too good, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It's listen, everyone has a different kind of account that they like. Full pour zero account if a setup comes, yes or no? You can if you want. I mean, it's a bad thing. Mark out the opening range. Yeah, it's safety protocol. Yeah, it's like super safety protocol. I have my fundeds open, but I don't have my live account open. Mm-hmm. 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 How much percent fundamentals make up your strategy? Zero. In terms of like, I don't really care what the fundamentals say or do. It just tells me the fundamentals tell me when to be more cautious. We're either gonna tank or fly. Isn't that every single day, pretty much? Unless we go sideways. My bias, I'm neutral, but I'm gonna be looking for shorts only. Not interested in any longs. I don't think there's any point in going counter trend to the daily, and we still have previous day's low open. So listen, 9:50 macro or 10 a.m. silver bullet idea targeting the midnight open and that old new week opening gap and or the old previous day's low is pretty much the only setup I would want to be a participant in. Oh, I gotta download a picture of my driver's license, bro. Anyone long bias? Nah, not me personally. I mean, if you're even if I was bullish, like yeah, these buy side pools could be up for grabs, like any of these. But like that's it. And even if I was bullish, I would want to see one of those get taken and break down. So, Nvidia earnings today. Sheesh, should I buy some more? Take a leap of faith. What are we at? 185? Nah, no way I can add. Good morning, Defy. Do you enter on the silver bullet on the retracing Defy or Defy being crashed? So just to be clear, the fair value gap doesn't have to form after 10 a.m. It can be something from the opening range as long as we're trading into it at 10 a.m. Right? There's an RB at the bottom can possibly come up after market open. Yeah, that is true information. Proof of address and utility bill. Shit, man. It's just getting too much, bro. They're asking for too much. Social security number, bro. And these two highs had S&P. It was more important, FOMC meetings or FOMC conference. The press conference is a lot more. Today, today we're just gonna find out if he cut the rate or not, and if so, by how much. If that makes sense. Do you get me? Bearish bias. How about you? Yeah, I'm bearish as well. All right, 9:30 open. Go to regular trading hours. Yeah, see, small opening range gap too. You know this shit's a red flag, bro. This shit's a super red flag. Expect that to be fully closed in today because of how small it is. We just may be able to find a high probability short, if I'm being honest. Take the buy side breakdown and we target right here. That's it. Low hanging fruit. We just target right here, right inside that old new week opening gap, new day opening gap, midnight opening price, and 100% opening range gap. That's if you get something somewhere from here to here, that's your best trade of the day, in my opinion. I don't think we'll get anything clean in the morning session besides that. Was locked in. Is a manager? Is manager? Is a, no, no. I don't have it on the website. No, it's all treated as details. And if we just go down there, we just go down there. Read what? Good go. I reckon it could be New York continuation to Asia lows. Yeah, you're in longs. Damn. I'd watch this volume imbalance since it's literally the only thing there that could send price to that objective that I talked about. Oh wow, that actually held really nicely for now at least. 4 hour and 1 hour bullish. Yeah, I disagree. Is there a giveaway for using code Gaddy? Yes. If you use my code with Alpha Futures, please message me on Discord so I can add you into the giveaway. Someone said long, and this candle just absolutely flew on my chart. What's the Discord? It's in. Listen, the easiest way to join would be to go to my Instagram and just click the link. Otherwise, you can use the link in my TikTok, but you have to click open in browser. The video earnings are good. Just because the earnings are good doesn't necessarily mean the stock will go up or the market will go up. They're actually two separate things. The Apex website work for you guys? I haven't checked, but Apex has 80% off right now with $40 activation fee lifetime. So if you were ever planning on getting an Apex account, now's a good time. Okay, we take the buy side here. And trade into this fair value gap. That's not working. Yeah, it seems like it's not working for anybody. Just entered a bullish 17 daily FEG. Let's fucking go. Okay. Are we edging London lows? You gotta get it time. You gotta wait for a nice opportunity, you know? Do you trade pre-market? Nah. You using time? Are you using time in your trading? Of course. Are you bullish or bearish today? It's not really about bias. It's about I'm only looking for shorts, if that makes sense, you know? I really don't see a prolonged price run higher. It can go higher, but it's against the higher time frame, in my opinion. It's about liquidity. So we talked about those buy side levels. This one right here, that's your pre-market highs. So something as simple as that's something I would take on my fundeds if it formed around 950 macro. Just look at those smooth highs, man. We gotta get that out. What is opening range gap? Opening range gap is your regular trading hours closing price to opening price difference. Gaddy, what's your name? Gaddy works. Notice how we haven't put in a single fair value gap yet on the Nasdaq. ES has one. What's YM doing today? Not much. What's the dollar doing? The dollar started reaching those objectives. Yeah, see, we were bullish on the week on dollar, expecting this to get taken. So I like to see that get touched. Very interesting. You think it's gonna mess the market? What do you mean mess up the market? It's possible there's a big move overnight, if that's what you're asking me. If that's what you're asking. Note how I reject the C of the RTH org with the wick along with the buzz spot. Yeah, you can see the bodies very nicely in there. Fear and greed is at a 10. Be careful, guys. What even is that? How do they even measure that shit? Yeah, morning session. I don't expect to be cleanest. It's also NFP tomorrow, if you guys didn't know. Tomorrow's non-farm payroll. You look tired. I actually got 8 hours of sleep, so I feel good. I didn't eat breakfast yet, though. Maybe that's why. Note how I rejected. What is opening rate? Yeah. We just let this do its thing higher and see if we can find a reversal short. No trading today. I have my funded open. Teachers calling my parents. It's shitty. I don't understand how we ripped that much without taking that low. I mean, we did take out some sell side. We sufficed. We've been making lower lows the entire pre-market session. We don't have to take the final objective to say, you get me? Funded next, no more consistency. Yeah, but they gotta now. They just have it. Like it's good. It might be better than Top Step because it's just cheaper. Because if I'm not wrong, Funded Next Legacy, I know they have a max thing, but yeah, they have a payout cap now. But they have no consistency. The max payout is less, but the account is so cheap. Right? I think. Colors are so strong. What's the wick on the micro? Let me see. Oh my gosh. I don't even see that on the. Yeah, that's why you gotta chart the mini, man. I'm telling you. You gotta chart the mini. I mean, the wick's there on the. There's wick's pretty much there. I mean, yeah. Oh my god, the wick went all the way down here. Oh yeah, that's cooked. The bodies, though. The bodies tell the story. I mean, this is what you expect, guys. Come on now. The books are thin. The books are real thin. It's FOMC morning and day before NFP. Nobody can really complain. On my chart, yeah, because you're on the micro. I'm on the mini. The micro's already more thin, and today you're already expecting it to be that way. So you're now waiting on FOMC. I have my accounts open, whether I take a trade or not. And honestly, I think I would. This is not a trade I would take, but I would tape read this. Say you just bought in right now. 2R idea, pretty good, pretty good. What do you mean more thin? Like there's less going on. Why does TikTok live stay in a loop? You're repeating the same thing sometimes. I don't know. Does that actually happen? You decide to have a nice little. Why is the weight different? That make you think. What's the logic behind that? The books are thinner. Like there's less. There's less precision on the micro because there's less orders going through. There's less pairing. Um, Meaning there's more. I don't want to say more spread. I don't know if that's the case, but I think that's what it is. I think there's generally just a little bit bigger spread at sometimes. So some of the orders that are pricing in are like, you get what I'm saying? Like, for example, if they pair 100 orders short and we book a price over here on the mini, the micro may have less orders there, so it'll book a price even lower. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Note the order block there. That's why it's better to chart the mini. Yeah, there's less liquidity. Exactly. It's easier to book more with the wicks. The wicks are usually more aggressive on the micro, especially if you're trading a time like today. When's the giveaway? I was thinking to do the end of the month. But the more people that use my code, the more accounts will go in. If you got yesterday, I have no idea, Mastro. I'm sorry, bro. I don't have any funded next right now. I got a payout and then it got blown because I took all the money out and I didn't get any more yet. Are you trading tomorrow and Friday? Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. This is gonna be my probably best trading days. Didn't take it long there. It was a tape read trade. I didn't take that long. You can still get it, Mastro, but you have to get 5 payouts. Then they're just gonna move you to live. These guys are scammy, bro. You know what they're gonna do. You're gonna be eligible for uncapped payouts, and they're gonna move your ass to live. It takes real skills to use this. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. They were not profitable, bro. Fun and X was getting milked. It's not bad necessarily, banana. It's not. What happens to if you get? What happens? You just gotta follow the parameters of their live account. I don't know. Some firms will like take away half your money. Some firms will like put up their own money. Like every firm has different stuff. Can you show me the PO3 in this today? As of right now, the candle has done this. This is 9:30. So I'll park it. I'll put it right there. 9:30 opened. Put in a high, a low, went up, retraced, went up. This is what it looks like now. This is currently what's happened. What NQ chart are you using? Just NQ1 with beta adjust turned on. Otherwise, use NQZ. What's the best prop from Alpha Futures? No question. I'm trying to get 20 Apex accounts. They're only $4 activation. How should I go about it? You should use my code. That would be the best way. I got target 24835. What do you think? Yeah, any of the buy side is fair game. What's 24835? Any of the buy side is fair game in my opinion. In terms of passing the Apex accounts, bro, you gotta full port them. I'm gonna be honest. You gotta full port the Apex accounts. If you're gonna buy Apex and you're not gonna full port them, you max contracts and you try to enter at a time that's gonna be no drawdown. When you expect the most speed. Say you have like a take profit level like here, you'll enter on this candle. The next candle when you expect to just go, that's the move you want to catch, If it has a no full port rule, yeah, I don't know who told you that. That's completely incorrect. Is Apex Live good? I haven't heard anyone been moved to Apex Live. Why is Alpha better than Apex? The payouts are just easier. It's not necessarily. No, I mean it's definitely better, but the payouts are easier. That's why it's my favorite account. You know, I caught that the off the order block. Why does nobody want live? I don't know. Some of the firms offer like pretty bad setups for live. That's why. Listen, I want you guys to remember one thing. The only reason firms move you to live is because they want to save money on their end. That's the only reason. So obviously, it's going to be in their best interest. Now, some firms actually have a pretty good live. What's the incentive? It depends on the firm. Every firm has different parameters for a live account. You know, where'd your stop and target? It would have been this, like I said. Enter on this down close candle. This one. Stop loss at the OB low, and I would just take profit right here. I wouldn't have aimed for more. I would have just taken this. Just all the equal highs right here. That's it. It can go higher here, maybe up there, but on a day like this, I wouldn't look for more. Got a PO3 if you caught it, manipulated lower to take it. Yeah, it was a good trade. No, I didn't take any of this. You have a WAP subscription? No. You take that? No. Yeah, stop at the OB low for me always. What's the reason you didn't take it? I don't really want to take a long. One, two, it's not A plus in today's safety protocol for me. That's it. It's just a little bit too sloppy. Too sloppy for me. How to use PO3 to find buys. Once you find your manipulation below the opening price, what is safety protocol? For me, safety protocol means only A plus. The breaker is nice in here. Yeah. If I had an eval loaded up, maybe, but I don't have an eval loaded up. I just got my funded, so that's your breaker. Have you ever traded on the 15-minute? Only when I used to swing trade Forex, but that didn't last too long. A short could be coming, maybe. Nice guys, nice. Looks like everyone took their long and done. If it was me, if I took a long and I was done, I would leave, bro. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Come back, study the session after. Unless you want to sit here and tape read and you do that. Hey, can you show me how you mark out ranges? I don't understand premium and discount. You just have to know which range you're working in. Okay? Let's do something simple and use the daily range today. Is this so this before this move, this was the daily range. Wait, no, do we have higher highs on the day? No, this is the daily range. This was the lowest low of the day and the highest. So this would be your daily range. Before obviously 9:30. So this would be us coming into a discount of the daily range. Does that make sense? And we get the move obviously higher from discount there. Now you can look at this range. So if you were going to look for shorts, you'd want to be shorting somewhere in here and looking to profit something in here. You get me? Those are the two ranges I'd be looking at right now. I wouldn't be using anything else. I mean, you could use the weekly range, but unless you're expecting something crazy, I mean, I'll just watch these gray lines, see if they get hit. That's where my eyes are. Do we get them, or do we start to break aggressively going into 10 a.m.? Yeah, exactly. Target different fair value gaps in premium or discount, or target the liquidity. Yeah, that was a good long, guys. If you took that long, and especially if you were looking for higher prices, you don't need me to tell you. You do not need me to tell you. It was definitely good idea. Should you use heavier sizer? No. Unless you de-risked. Don't be that guy, Paolo. Don't be the guy who comes back and says, "Oh, I should have risked more." No. How are you gonna say you should have risked more? That is never the answer, my brother. That is never the answer. You have to remind yourself why you risked less to begin with. You get me? Why did you risk less to begin with? You risked less to begin with because maybe you knew the condition we could have been in. Maybe you knew it could have been sloppy. Like you were trying to preserve your capital. You had the right mindset. Don't come now and be like, "Oh, I should have risked more." No, you did good. Shorts is possible, but I need to see a really convincing move. It is 950 macro, but we still have more highs above, so I don't know if we'll get there. Macro is 2 nowadays. Who see with me? Holding the trade to all-time highs. Good luck, man. I wouldn't mind because I mean Nvidia pumps. Should I go long if it goes in the 5-minute FEG? That could be a silver bullet idea. If you're bullish, just make sure you have a draw on liquidity. Silver bullet criteria is you need to have a draw on liquidity. And I don't know what you'd be targeting. Is there a previous PM high in here? In my opinion, if this high is still open, you could try that narrative. I'm not looking for any longs today, but if you want to follow silver bullet model, take a buy in that 5-minute fair value gap. Look for the high here. If this high gets taken, there's not much more you can do. You could target a previous day's high if you're really expecting a reversal on the daily chart. Um, it could. I personally wanted to see lower on the daily because that new week opening gap still has a way to go. I want to see that 50% level, but this is a pretty strong move, so who knows? Out of curiosity. We'll mark out those two wicks and see what if we get there. Previous PM high. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I go to regular trading hours. That should be the buy side. Yeah. You have yesterday's opening range gap in there too. We could go up. Could go up there. Previous PM session high. Oops. About to take that. You know the algorithmic trader? No. They'll pay us about no. I don't care if people care about me. They don't have to care about me. I've also posted many payouts, but I don't like talking about how much money I made because I'm not here to sell anything. If you're in longs, get out now, he said as NQ pushed higher. That's not what I said at all. I said if I took this long, I would take profits here and not look for anything higher. I follow G. I'm done with that high gets hit. You was short on the day. I didn't take any shorts. What pair is this? Nasdaq. 10-15 orange folder. Could bring in some volatility. It's possible. Fetch your glasses, 4 eyes. Why are you guys so rude to each other, man? Like, literally, who cares? Just trade your shit. Just do your trading, bro. Just pass fund the next eval on this candle. Yes, sir. Good job, bro. Proud of you. Can I send a screenshot on Discord if it was a good entry? Sure. Someone said he's keeping this to all-time high. It's possible, bro. Did we take previous day's low? No. Tuesday reversal is possible. 5 TOT accounts and 5 on the next accounts past eval only day for me. Oh, TPT. Nice, bro. Was it you who used my code? Are you the one who's funding these poker tournaments? How old are you? I'm 22. Whatever you do, don't try to short now. Well, I definitely wouldn't short this. Might have to wait for a lot. Not a lot, but I think you took yesterday New York high. What are these poker tournaments? When people use my take profit trader code, I run poker tournaments in my Discord. Cash prizes. Obviously free entry. You think we could be back to the weekly range gap of October 19? The weekly range gap. I don't know what a weekly range gap is. Today's October 19. What do you mean the week? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean. Wait. Oh, October 19. October 19. October 19 Sunday. Oh, in here? The new week opening gap from this old one? It's possible. I would just study the CE levels in here. The Discord link isn't working. The Discord link works. You just have to click open in browser. For some reason, TikTok doesn't allow you to go directly from the link to Discord. So you have to click open in browser and then it'll let you in. When do we get an entry? If my model forms and convinces me of lower prices. Otherwise, nothing. Hammy invited you? No, he didn't, bro. Okay, it's time to move on, bro. It's time to move on to greater things. You close your Discord? No, Discord's open forever. There's the other CE level. Appreciate you, Keck. Would you recommend Top or Fund Next? Um, Let me look at the rules again. I think Fund Next still. Depends what kind of trader you are, though. Like, is your plan to just full port it and get the max amount right away? Is that what you plan to do? If so, go to Top Step. But if you plan to just trade and if you happen to get, consistency, like a really good win, then I would do Funded Next, I believe. Funded Next a scam? No. Is this market manipulation? What do you mean is this market manipulation? Is this all a manipulation move? Possible, but even if it was, you have to ask when is it likely to actually show you the real move. It might be afternoon session. It might be tomorrow, non-farm payroll. Maybe this is the real move, and everything else lower this week was, all this lower price action was all just manipulating price to go lower. And then you ever enter turtle soup? Rarely, but sometimes. We took previous day's high. We didn't. What are you guys talking about? If we take previous day's high, if today closes like this, I think I'd still be bearish on the higher time frame. I guess it's hard to say. We also could be choppy on the higher time frame. I don't know. We're gonna have to see what FOMC and NFP does. Like I'd be quite surprised if we just move higher and don't take out these lows. Hmm. Interesting. Is there a 4-hour gap in there? Yeah, you can join the Discord. That's interesting that we went all the way to previous day's high, actually. This kind of makes the daily chart a little bit confusing, but also this could just become an order block. Like we could just be trading up into this, and then next day roll over. Anyone got cooked on shorts? I was initially looking for a short, but it never really formed at all. But I'm gonna be honest. How did you short, bro? We only had like one, two, three, four down close candles. So what did you short off of? Unless you take turtle soup. I would expect previous day's high at that point. At this point, previous day's high. We're shooting PM today? Yeah. I'll be live again in PM session, guys. I can't guarantee what's going to happen. If it looks choppy, like I'm going to call the session early and just move on. It might be really choppy. But there may be a nice price run, so I want to be there, prepare myself. I want to be there to just be open to any potential long price run. If you got stopped out by the... Oh, wait, that's not you. Someone sent me a message. Longer clear after hitting EQ? Sure. How'd those lows not get taken? I think they're just being saved for another time. A little bit too clean. Yeah, I am honestly really surprised we didn't trade here. How do I share my phone screen? I don't know. I'm doing this on my computer. I think he was correlated with dollar. Is dollar going lower? Yeah, this shit is all suspect, bro. I'm gonna be honest. To me, this is all sus. Dollar's pumping. Nasdaq's pumping. We left equal lows. And we have FOMC and NFP, so I'm a little bit cautious. No, I didn't take any trades. Double count, they got you, DM me. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of those guys. Please check Monday NDOG. Is that up there? November 13? 17. Hey, where's Monday's New Day opening gap, bro? Wait, you mean NWOG? I don't know. It's not showing on my chart for some reason. You hear about the Epstein files? I heard they got released. Is it okay to miss the long because I waited for 4 a.m. to be swept? No, that's a great reason to not take the trade, in my opinion. If you said, like, yeah, I'm skeptical, we don't take these lows, and you waited for that, and it just went, that's a good thing. You were trying to demand the best trade setup. That's good. In my opinion. Could be wrong. Do you use a 3-minute time frame? Mark, I don't have an entry, but since I use that time frame, I didn't ride. I mean, I use all the time frames, 1 to 5. I can use any entry on any of those. What's good, Yusuf? There was no retracement. Hopefully, Gatie is not in the finals. We cannot lose him. I didn't took it because it failed to get London low. Yeah, that's a good reason. Unless there's an SMT there or something, which I don't think there is. I think that makes sense. ES delivered all the way to New Day opening gap on the 17th. I think that's right here. Only retrace. There was a retrace right here. There's a retrace right here on the breaker. And there was also an institutional order flow entry drill right here. Would you look for shorts after daily high gets set, or is it 2 bullets? Maybe. Going into lunch, maybe 1050, maybe. Possible. I'd rather play it safe and just wait for it to break down aggressively and then decide. Yo, Gatie, can you explain why I didn't hit the line and low at the opening? It was so close. 2 likely reasons. Not 2 likely reasons. I'll tell you why. For one, it doesn't need to take the sell side. It doesn't need to. Because it's already been going lower and lower and taking out lows here, 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 here. It took out a lot of sell stops before running higher. Number 2, this is engineering of relative equal lows. So the way I see this, we simply put in these equal lows to target later on. Whether it's today, tomorrow, I don't know when. But in my opinion, these lows were put in to be targeted. Now, if we're just going to absolutely pump and they're going to send this shit higher and higher forever, okay. Then this is just being manipulated to be sent higher, in my opinion. Dollar's also pumping. So this whole move higher is sus. Meaning, like, it's not correlated. So, we'll see. No, not in any trades. What's good, Finn? You think price will keep going up? Right now, I'm looking at previous day's high. What's Nvidia at? 187, huh? My girl's gonna be so happy when she realizes. Yo, Google's up 7%. Yo. Google's at all-time highs, $310. Holy shit. Wait, 302, sorry. Guys, the stock market is really green. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna gamble FMC. Do I trade NQ or something else? There may not be a big candle. Did anyone else have a bearish bias? I was neutral biased, but I was looking for shorts. Yeah, Nvidia's up. How many stock did I buy? Did I buy more? Check. Chilling. I would wait for NFP if you're trying to full port accounts. Yeah. NFP's tomorrow. It's FOMC minutes, so it's not like at 2:30 when the big candle or 2 p.m. come, you know? You gotta trust yourself, Sonu. You got in at 9:39. Yeah, that was the one I tape read to. That was the only trade I would have taken. That this OB right here. You see 50% nicely with the fair value gap. Yep. Good shit, Finn. That's my favorite trade of the day too. I wouldn't have held though. I would have TP'd all the way at the buy side right here. It would have been too hard for me. Anyway, it was just a tape read. It's just minutes. Just enter liquidity with previous day's high. That would be funny. In terms of where the S&P is, yeah. ES is a little bit behind, so we may get an SMT at previous day's high. Or we trade that as a six sister approach, but I don't think I would want that. Yeah, remember yesterday I lost, got in back to A plus setup in PM. Nice, bro. No trades for me yet. Would you wait till 10:30? Yeah. You longing for 10:30? It's what I would look for, but whether I take a trade or not, I don't know. YM six sister? Is it YM six sister or is it SMT? I don't know. Holy shit, yeah. You could. You could try to long YM. Once we come back into a discount, you could try to long YM, but I don't know. I don't know. Am I the only one who's still suspect about this rally? Let's see what happens. Trump speech at 12:15. How long you been trading for? About 2 years. Possible gold shorts. Did you got it? Momentum? No, I don't really trade using momentum. Any buys to previous day's high? You could buy right now. Hope it delivers in one candle. Into the first if you got out early. If you weren't anticipating this big run, I wouldn't say you got out early. You got out when you were supposed to get out. Wait for treasuries. I had to take then short. Maybe you don't see a reversal on this. No, it's possible. We definitely have not taken previous day's high. When is the win? I got out early. Yeah, it's not early. If you got out when you were planning to get out, you can't say you got out early. You got out at the right exact time. Now, if you were aiming for, say you were aiming for like here and you got out down here, okay, you got out early. If you were aiming for a level and you hit and then it went way past your level, that's not getting out early. Why this one's not showing? I don't know. Let me check. It was there earlier. Still there. FOMC meeting minutes, 2 p.m. Time is it tomorrow? What does that even mean? What time is it tomorrow? Would demand a lot of shorts are still in play. Yeah, I would demand a lot too. The S&T at previous day's high and a large displacement lower at the right time. FOMC's at 2 p.m. New York time. Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't look for this like if it's gonna go lower. you'd want to target something like this, maybe this fair value gap, relatively close to discount. If we get a range like this, then you can target this one right here. Because settlement prices are different. No, it's not different. Previous day's high, it's right here. You have to include Asia session, right? This is Tuesday's Asia session. Would you enter a short if we get a breaker here? No, not at this time. I mean, it'd have to look something like this. Boom. Even then, I might wait for a protraction. Or maybe I would take the breaker. That way I can break even early once we trade into something. I don't know. If I had an eval, I buy an eval right now. I don't really want to trade my alphas on this, guys, if I'm being honest. Can you say something? Of course. Watch if they had different. Yeah, it's not different. Take the breaker. How many accounts you have? A good amount. Buy me small account early Christmas gift. I don't even know you, bro. No, I didn't read that news, but I don't believe in that stuff. There's previous day's high. You don't believe in news? I don't believe that's why the market moved higher. You get me? Think you buy? You probably missed the move, brother. Nvidia earnings are today, I believe. Yeah. Does anyone here use Take Profit Trader like regularly? When the video, it's gonna be aftermarket. Nah, no trades for me. Which one's the eval and which one's the funded? I think this one's the eval. If it says pro, that's the funded, right? Take Profit Pro, that's funded. And then if it just says Take Profit, it just says Take Profit, I'm gonna assume that's got you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, guys. Let's see what happens here. ES almost at previous day's high. It caught up a little bit in there. Do you use standard deviations? Sometimes I would do it like this. 4.5. See if we can get that. ES about to trade previous day's high right there. How's your day been, Gaddy? It's been great, brother. Charts stay black in TradeAway app. Um, Up to you how you want to do it. 50K zero, how much can I make a day for a 40% max payout? If your goal is to get max payout as quickly as possible, well, you got to make 3,000, right? 40% of that is 1,200. So don't make more than 1,200. I'll trade after FOMC. I probably will. I mean, I'll be live. Whether I take something or not, hard to say. I'm joining shorts. Who's with me? What's your bias? I was neutral going into the day. I was looking for shorts, but I didn't really have a bias. I think I made that pretty clear. I was doing 50Ks, bro. You can change the chart colors on TradeAway, I'm pretty sure. Someone said short this 1 minute inversion. You could. I mean, took previous day's high. It's 10:20 though. It's not really not really a key time. But I mean, German. Yeah, German. Is Apex out? What do you mean is Apex out? Because they're working again? I don't know. I haven't been checking. You'd have to check, my brother. Short the 1 minute IFEG? No. It's a good idea. Bullish OB. Yeah, it's kind of forming over there. A bottom ticket today. Nice, bro. Yeah, I think Philly 50K is the best value. NFP method tomorrow. I'm down, bro. I'll do it. It's low key probably gonna wick, but I'm down to do it. Okay. No, no trades for me yet. Do you work a job besides trading? No, I don't have a job doing like 40 points, bro. Yeah, I'm thinking 40 points is a good idea, bro. To be honest. Will it be valid to short now? I mean, you can short on the break of this low. Is it valid? I don't know if it's valid per se. My fund of futures. I've never really tried them. Sean Aspinall. Aspinall, the FVG has already been tapped in. Doesn't matter. If it's been, you can reuse it for value gap. No trades for me. Nothing really A plus formed. And today was an A plus only day for me, so. Wait. Don't say the J word. We're gonna have to wait till 10:30 or 10:50 before I can really trust anything, I would say. Do you know, does NVIDIA already publish their earnings? No, it's aftermarket. They're gonna post it aftermarket. How much do I make a month? Don't worry about it. What do you think about the FMC minutes? Will it shake it or is it a fake? Will it shake it or is it a fake? What do you mean will it shake or fake? What does that mean? I don't understand. Shake the market. Like, will it move? I don't think it's going to be that big of a move, personally. I don't think it's going to be very volatile. It depends what he says, though. What if he says, I'm going to cut the rate by 6 or 1 full point? Okay, then it's probably going to shake the market, you know? You get me? What would you say makes an OB valid continuation? If it's in discount or premium, it's the right time, get a high probability draw on liquidity, and it overlaps with another PD array. Probably fair value gap. Chop City, I mean, yeah, what do you expect? We took out buy side, 20%. It's probably going to chop. All right. I didn't have a daily bias today. I was neutral. Did you take anything? Looks like I met. No, I didn't take anything. L day for retracement traders. There were a couple retracements in here. There's one here, and there was one here. Although they were shallow, they retraced. Is there a valid setup? How am I supposed to answer that question? For me, there was nothing A plus. There were some opportunities, but nothing A plus for me. Depends what you trade and what you were looking for. What is the best strategy to switch from 9 to 5 jobs to full-time trading? I would start with the silver bullet, probably one of the easiest, most repeatable setups. Today, I didn't copy trade, got myself out of drawdown. Nice, bro. Hey, is it possible to train 1,000? Is to turn one into one? I mean, it's possible. Of course, it's possible. Are you gonna be able to do it? Probably not. You need $44 to pass. Just come back tomorrow, bro. I'll be honest. 44. Yeah, 44 is a tough one, bro. I don't know. Done for the day. Do some quick maths. Any example of your understanding on Silver Bullet? I would recommend you watch ICT's video on it because it's probably one of the best videos out there on Silver Bullet. Yes, it's going down, but it's not really going down. We're definitely a consolidation. I mean, YM's going down. I want to talk about something going down. YM's definitely doing business slower. No, no longs for today. What model are you using? I trade the power of three. Yeah, he was working this morning. Any trades? I imagine not. Would have been bears going. Yeah, I was also looking for lower. I was more neutral. I thought it was 50-50 at the time, but I really wasn't interested in any longs. I got rebuild by alpha after this week. Should just full port before that? Yeah, probably. And then just reset if you fail or something. Or get a new account, I mean. You trade the 9:20 to 9:29 a.m. macro. Oh, brother. That's crazy work. That might be one of the most prime consolidation times ever. It's so dark I couldn't see the account number and balance. Gaddy, have you heard of all the ATM model targeting opposing pre-market liquidity? N- no. I mean, no. I don't know whose model that is. How long you been growing your beard? I mean, I get it done like every week, every 2 weeks, but I haven't shaved it off for a while, for like 2 or 3 years before I like. I've had this beard for like 2 or 3 years, but I've been cleaning it up, obviously. Uh, Super tight consolidation. Do you take any trades? Nope. Nothing here, brother. Taking ES shorts. Hmm. No, no trades for me. What do you think of the turtle soup setup with 10-10 plus breaker? What do you think of the turtle soup if we sweep 10-10? Oh, like this? I probably wouldn't look for any higher personally. if you ask me. I wouldn't look for higher. I mean, YEM's already making its way lower. Dollar's still pushing, and we've already taken previous day's high on both indices. And now we're consolidating in a premium, so it could go higher, but like, what are you really aiming for? You know, do you have something that you really think is going to be met? I don't. I don't know where this can go anymore. Looks like it's kind of done. It could go higher, but like I have no idea where, you know, so I just wouldn't take any longs. If anyone's in a trade right now, I'm praying for you. If you're in a trade right now, you gotta click close. I'm gonna be honest. You gotta click close. No, no trades for me today. Yeah, I really don't see if you can afford a correct stop loss. Yeah, exactly. I really don't see anything nice here, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I think PM session is the next play. Anything else doesn't really make sense. There's no point in even wasting your time or looking for something. 1050 macro, second stage redistribution lower. You think that's your smart money reversal? It's possible. Be your original consolidation and this be your return. Hmm. Oh, you want the highs to be taken? Look at the 5 minute. I don't really see the clean buy model here. Reversal. Stage one, stage two delivers all the way to the highs. Hit the higher time frame level. In my opinion, if you want to view it like that, this high shouldn't be taken. We should leave this and then offer. Possible. I mean, people ask me like questions like, "Is there a chance that we take out this low?" I mean, like, yeah, of course there is. Why wasn't it a long A plus for you? It was just a little bit too sloppy in here. I don't like how much it wicked. There's no really clean manipulation below. We left equal lows. I did anticipate this to move higher, but I was not anticipating this much higher. So even if I did long, I was talking about, I would have full closed right here. Just this low hanging fruit objective, or it was this one. Just these equal highs. Like I was not really expecting this much of a price run. I don't think anyone was. Doesn't mean you couldn't have caught it, but I think it's bearish now. It's possible we start moving lower. Is it more likely to go lower? I would assume yes. Personally, I would assume yes. I would assume. Today's the 19th, right? Could I be profitable if I traded with chat hole? I don't know if I even want to find out, bro. Don't think I want to find that out. It's a trap. Well, who knows? If we are bearish, I would expect this order block to hold, and if it didn't, I would just say this is all done. I don't even know what you would target. We talked about, I don't know if you guys remember, that one fair value gap that was sitting in discount. There it is right there. Be a target for shorts. But you'd have to get through. There's an SMT here currently. Watch how it trades below these lows. If it does, I'm in a breaker. Could be here, yeah. Watch this fair value gap. See how fast it comes to 50% if it does. This color. Why this one? Because this one's right below the low right here. There's no other higher up one that I see. This is the one that's right below on the 5-minute. If you're bearish, you'd want to see this candle also support prices lower. Where's YM? YM's almost at low of day, man. This thing's going down on YM. If you want ICT or order flow? I think your definition of order flow is a little bit different than mine. Note that 5-minute volume imbalance. Yeah, there's a volume imbalance in there. Is it the higher one? I can't tell. Yeah, it's in there. Could set the stage for higher prices. Get reaction at that low for another short entry. You like the reaction at this low? You like the reaction's not that good. I'd repair. Yeah, so this fair value gap, that's what I would look for. But again, this is not something I'm willing to trade. Maybe at 1050 if it gives us a protraction model, but nothing right now. What is the protraction model? It's just one of my models. What the long targeting previous day's high. Nice, bro. Everyone sell. This is financial advice. I'd expect these two up close candles to support lower prices if we're bearish. What are your fib settings? You mean my standard deviation settings? Just every single deviation level, every 0.5. I use gray. The fact we haven't gotten to 50% is like a red flag. Where is 50% of that? Stalling in here, you know? Where you anticipate speed? It should be right now. Should be right now. Speed to 50%. Start at 9:30. That's a minute gap. Yeah, it has a volume imbalance. What I would do is scan the time frames in here. I like the 5-minute gap. Really gotta zoom in and see. I think I'd rather just mark it like this. Put a line right there. There's the speed to 50%. It's good. See if 1050 macro can give us something. Trusting. Watch it. Where's YM as well? You gotta keep an eye on YM. You have videos explaining your strategy? Yeah, it's on YouTube. You wanna? What time are you normally on the charts till? 11 or 12? Um, 11. If I'm not watching a specific move, I'll stop at 11. But like I'm gonna be staying here until I think this move is like fizzled out. You get it? You get me? You get me? Cause so you gotta watch this fill in. If I was in this trade and I entered off of this order block, I'd probably just break even now. No partial, just break even. So this order block. And I actually may get in here if it offers us a second stage redistribution in the 1050. You guys know me. 1050 macro protraction model. That's always like an A plus. I could argue that's always A plus. If it gives us to it. If it gives us gives it to us. Gatie, are you alive? What do you mean am I alive? What does that mean, bro? Can you explain your teacher 1050 protraction model? All on my YouTube. I would just recommend you watch it because I won't be able to sit here and explain it better than my YouTube. But I'm basically waiting for the next price flag. So let this distribution occur. We can retrace, move lower. If we reach this, I no longer want to be in. It's gotta be somewhere in here. Like we gotta come back into here probably and offer a short. And that's the only way I could participate. So unless we come up, if we don't come up and then get down an order block, I can short it. It's gonna look something like this. Probably something like this. Hopefully. Why don't you take the 1 minute 1045 protraction? I want to wait till 1050 macro. It's got to be A plus. Like I said it. Now you gotta wait. It hasn't played out yet. I don't see no second stage redistribution 1050 macro. You could argue this is it though. This one candle. That may be all you get. How do we get the confidence to enter off an OB with no people liquid? We took previous day's high right here, bro. We took out previous day's high. We were accumulating right at that level the entire time. We didn't show any willingness to go above previous day's high. We got there. Look at ES. ES is only one tick above it. Look at YM. YM didn't even make it to previous day's high. It just broke down. Look at dollar. Dollar has been bullish the entire day. So it makes sense you're starting to see something like this. Would you add anywhere on the way? It'd have to give me another entry. You could have added in the bottom of this inversion. Here, I'll give you the sauce though. So say you're targeting this fair value gap. Listen, this is sauce. You're targeting this fair value gap. So you got to look at the implied dealing range. So let's say you entered off of this OB, right? And this is the range you're looking for because you entered off this OB. That's your first entry. You got to enter somewhere in premium. So you can enter here. You can enter here. You can enter in the top portion of this inversion fair value gap, but you can't enter in the bottom. At that point, it's not worth it. You get me? This is your implied dealing range. You're basically like implying that this move is going to form. And if this move is going to form, where would you want your entries? Up in the premium section, right? Now, if you're expecting, it depends what you're expecting for it. I would only expect this, right? This is what I would target. I talked about targeting this when price was like, when it was 10 a.m. I said you could look for shorts at 10.50. And I did this, and I said this is your first fair value gap in discount. Also, -1 deviations, plus a volume imbalance right there. Looks like a decent target for me. It looks like it maybe will give us something here. It's got to come back up here for me to look for a short. Yeah, you're targeting your first discount array. It didn't really give me an entry in the time that I wanted. So there's the volume imbalance. Let's see if we get if once we touch this like that, man, my session's done. You know. I would say that suffices. ES reached the objective. Now it's fair game. Now we can consolidate here maybe. We could move potentially higher, although I don't think we make a higher high. Would you target that lower resistance? I don't know what that means. How do you get the confidence to enter off an OB with no stable liquidity? Brother, we took out previous day's high. There's your first discount array. So this is where I would call my session. Just good tape reading session. We talked about this order block delivering the buy side, right? Not something I wanted to trade in. I don't feel like I missed any moves. I told myself I wanted A plus only. If this formed in 1050 macro, I could have trusted it maybe, but it didn't. The breaker in here, the order block. You can see another order block in here off of the fair value gap. Let's make that yay. Let's go this color. OB, OB. Then we get the breaker in here. Bearish breaker. Nah, don't want to make a breaker annotation. No, I don't. Yo, look at that beautiful high right there. I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you guys about 4.5 standard deviation levels. Perfectly touched there. Perfectly touched. That's actually beautiful. See if we get -1.5. This is actually beautiful price action. Here we get -1.5. I'll study that. So I'm just making my chart annotations. See this shit. Is there a volume imbalance in there? Yeah, there is, but I don't really want to mark it. Um, That's really all I want to mark, to be honest. Simple as that. Previous day's high. I believe Wednesday, one of the best days of the week based on expansions. Quite clean. Wednesday equals win. There you go, man. No short entries. There was one here. There was one here. Is it too optimistic? No. I don't think so. It's definitely a potential target. You got for that 906.5. That's pretty much the low of the OB there. Imagine we can like learn to like literally just limit order the OB. I usually wait for sensitivity, but that's crazy work stuff. That's crazy work stuff. We hardly just go take them on 930 lows. TP on the reversal. Got stopped out this morning. Minus $240. Anyways, this is all I want to mark today. So pretty nice delivery, I would say. AM low. I'll just keep it like this. I'm gonna wait for the rest of the day to unfold because I am coming back in the PM session. So we'll leave this all here for now. No trade in the morning, but I can't lie, this morning was pretty nice. But it was a little bit too difficult to trust it at the time. We'll put this in the journal. Flat on the day. I'll decide around 150 if I'm gonna stream PM session. If I'm gonna trade it, I'll stream it. If I think if I'm looking at it and it looks like it's gonna be way too sloppy, then I may not hop on live stream. Just save everyone the time. I would be looking for those equal lows or AM sell side. That's what I'd be looking for in the morning. Or sorry, in the afternoon. Try this 15 minutes, PD Ray, 1 minute confirmation, IPG or market share. That's all. Yeah, that's enough, bro. But you just gotta have narrative, right? Traded to upper quadrant November 14 wick nicely. I believe it. Right now, I don't know if we are bearish or bullish. You can't know. We're right at 50%. So unless you have a really clear objective, in my opinion, it's more likely to go down just because of those equal lows we left. Your sell side's right here. That's my objective going into lunch PM or final hour. So I want to see it come back down here. Let me quickly check NVIDIA stock if it's by any chance below 180. Nope, it's 186. Book Bitcoin under 90K. I love that. I want to see Bitcoin go to 0. Is that bad? Does anyone get mad if I say that? Bitcoin under 0. Gaddy, have you noticed usually on a no news day, most of the happen at 9:30 to 10? Yeah, of course. They got to use that volatility. Yes. That's crazy. But listen, you know what? I'm tired of people buying crypto and making free, easy money. Because they don't know. These people buy. Look, there's people who just buy stocks and buy crypto. And they're making too much easy money recently, bro. They're acting like they can just buy and just wait and it'll be green guaranteed for free, no problems, you know? I don't like that. I don't like that easy money. There's bear markets too, you know? You gotta be like These guys don't know what a bearish market looks like. They just buy it and they just hold it and they're like, yo, that's just green, easy money. You guys got to learn what it's like. Yeah, you got to learn the lesson. You can't just hop on the trend and then be like, yo, it's just too easy. Okay, Bitcoin Zero is kind of extensive, but like, you guys got to suffer a little bit. No easy money out here for anybody. That's the retail mind, you know? We're actually haters. In what sense, the only red folder day you should stay away from as a newbie is NFP? I think FOMC press conference is probably something you don't want to be a participant of. Do you want to trade PPI, CPI? I like PPI, CPI. Crypto, it's not trading, I believe it's investing. Buying to bear markets and hold long is different. Okay, you can make the argument for some cryptos. Sure. I just hate the crypto market, bro. I wish crypto didn't exist. I wish it was just stocks and people had to actually do something. No, no trades, but 2 successful tape reads. 3 if you want to count that one. So I'm very content. You're better off on a journey with your own self. That's what I'm saying. It's just more beneficial. All right, let me make a quick TikTok. Let me make a quick TikTok, and then we'll call it a day. I didn't take any trades today. I wanted to demand something A plus where everything aligned, and that simply did not form. But to break down what happened, we got this breaker off of 930 open, retest, order block, delivered all the way to previous day's high. One more second stage entry right here off of the order block. This is all called on live stream. We delivered that red line, previous day's high. Notice we delivered 4.5 standard deviations right above previous day's high. That's to the tick. And then we consolidate. We don't show any willingness to go above previous day's high. We consolidate. If you look at ES, it's real sensitive at previous day high. And then we break lower. Once that 1050 to 1110 macro hits, order block there, propulsion block here. And now we deliver all the way down to 50% of the range. Where's your first level? That would be right here and or this low right there. That's your first discount PD rate. That's what you can anticipate for a move going lower. Best case scenario, we take out this low hanging fruit. We go to this fair value gap right here. No trades for me today. I'm content to say so. If we did get a protraction model right here, I would have taken it. That's what I was waiting for. It simply did not form. You had literally one opportunity in here and it went all the way down. So I'm content with my day and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. WW. That's going to be so easy to edit. GG guys, have a good rest of the day. Appreciate you, bro. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through. I'll be back for PM session. If I'm trading, I'll go live. If I'm not trading it, I'm not going to be live. It's that simple. I don't want to sit here and tape read. And I will see you guys live tomorrow. Very content with my trading week so far, to be honest. Good patience. Great reading. We've been on par with every price run pretty much. What time would you go live? I would go live around 2 p.m. if I'm going to trade it. If I'm not going to trade it, I'm going to look at the charts. If I think it's worth my time, then I'll hop on. Because I would stay all the way till final hour. You know? But a lot's happened in this morning session. 3 p.m. Eastern time. No, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, we'll see. I kind of also just want to go in the lab and do some work. Work on my book. You trading PM session today or skipping? Did you just join? How to make premium discount green and I'll show you my settings. If I'm trading it, I'll go live. I don't know. I want to see what lunch does. Long's continuation. But what if we retrace to 50% of this leg and then we go down, huh? How about that? You ever think about that? Bro's writing a book? Yeah, I like my books. All right, boys. Appreciate you guys coming through. If you took a trade, well done. Share your trades in the Discord, man. You know what we might do, too? Instead of a poker tournament, maybe I'll do, like, best trade, like best journal of the week or something to encourage people to journal, you know? Something like that. Like I know Alpha does that. Anyways, see you guys next time. Peace. I'll be live if I'm trading it. If I'm not trading it, I won't go live. So you might see me, you might not see me. We'll see.